All righty, everyone. How are we doing this fine Thursday evening? No, I did not check my calendar. All right, maybe I checked it a little bit. I don't want to hear from none of y'all. I hope you're all having a fantastic evening. Today, we are going to make the face of the thing. It's still really... Hold on. Why is it so loud? Is that too loud? I feel like that's not too loud. All right. We're going to make the face or the head. I have come up with a new idea. I didn't like our other idea. It made me upset while I was thinking about it. But anyways, let's not get into that right now. Let's chat for a little bit. How's everybody doing? I hope you're all having a fantastic Thursday. I ended up, what's it called? I ended up at the dentist again yesterday. And I know I was supposed to stream. I apologize for that. But in my defense, half of my mouth was numb. And then when it was going away, my mouth started hurting a lot. And I don't know if you've ever tried to maneuver a VTuber model with a mouth that is in a lot of pain. But it's not really that fun. I'm just going to be real with you. It's not the best. So, yeah. I decided I was going to take the day off. I apologize for that. Tomorrow, I will have a short out with some of the progress that we're going to make from Monday and today. Failed attempts that may or may not be working, so on and so forth. So, look forward to that. It's because you weren't flossing enough. I floss like my life fucking depends on it, okay? I love flossing. I wake up, floss. Take a sip of water, floss. Eat a meal, floss. Eat out chat's mom, floss. That one makes sense, though. Alright, I'm flossing all the goddamn time. You should floss like your job depends on it? Like my VTubing job, or like what job? Yeah, I guess it makes more sense to floss like my job depends on it, because if I lose my job, then that's worse. I can lose my life. Maybe I shouldn't be saying that. All of the above. Anyways, chat, today we're going to be making the head of the model. I have come up with a new idea, a new and improved idea, and I think it's going to work really well. Assuming we can get the tolerances and everything set properly. And I busted out the good old drawing tablet for today's stream. So I hope you enjoy it. Alicia! Oh my god! How are you doing? I hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. Are you back from your trip? Dental thing again? Also, stay away from my mom? Never. Where is she? I'm gonna find her. Yeah, well, okay, so let me give you the long story short of the dental thing. In February, I went to a dentist. Dentist number 1, they gave me a filling. They fucked up that filling. In July, I went to dentist number 2 because I had that pain in my mouth. And while they were looking around in my mouth for that pain, they were like, hey, by the way, your dentist fucked up your filling. So do you want us to fix it? And I was like, yes. So they fucked it up. They fixed it in a separate appointment. The entire time, I was going to the dentist because I have one cavity in the bottom right side of my mouth. And I hadn't been able to get it worked on because I had the pain in my mouth. And then I had to get a filling fixed. And now I'm finally able to... I finally got the other cavity figured out. Hold on. I finally got the other cavity figured out and situated. So now we're good. It's because you weren't flossing enough you got that cavity. You know, Venti, I hate you for that, but you're actually right. The dentist was like, hey, you gotta floss better in this, because it's in the very back of my mouth. He was like, I know this like area is hard to floss in, but you gotta figure it out, man, or you're gonna get another cavity there. And I was like, fuck, that sucks. So I gotta floss better in the back of my... He was like, your brushing is great. He's like, your brushing looks great. Like, there's not that much plaque in your mouth. Like, I guess normal amounts, whatever that means. He's like, but you got that cavity because you need to floss better in the very back of your mouth. And I was like, oh, man. I love flossing, though. And now that you told me that, I don't want to do it. So yeah, that was my experience at the dentist. Fantastic dentist. Honestly, him and the dental assistants, dental hygienists, whatever. I may or may not have flirted with one of the dental assistants. Okay, sue me. Sue me. I'm just a single guy, okay? I'm a single guy who likes pretty women. My fucking bad. Also, why is the music not playing? Has the music not been playing this whole time? I think I know why. I think I know exactly why. There it is. It's low, but it's there. Anyways, fucking sue me. Jesus Christ, I'm just a guy, alright? Chill out. Leave me alone. Back home and sad and surviving. I'm sorry that you're sad, Alicia. But hopefully we can keep you company at least a little bit. Make you smile at least a tiny bit. Although most of these streams lately have been a lot of math and drawing things in a software that I'm not particularly familiar with. So, it might be a little rough. But, let me open up Paint. Let me get the drawing tablet. How am I? There we go. And let me show y'all what we're going to do today. I can delete this for now. Okay, we are on the 3D modeling one. All right, chat. So, I'm not great with the drawing tablet, so bear with me, okay? But here is what I was thinking that we're gonna do. So, initially, when we did this, oh my god, that's already so bad. Why am I so bad at this? We had, oh my god, this is horrible. How do people do this? I'm gonna figure it out. We're gonna keep playing with it and we're gonna figure it out. Okay, so initially when we did this, we had something that looked kind of like this. God, that's so painfully bad. And then, you know, there was like this and whatever. I don't know, something like that, right? I don't like that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a half circle and another half circle. Bam. I'll have to wait a little longer to officially join because the child is very much awake. All right, fair, completely fair. But thank you for saying hi. Yeah, that's true. I started a little early. So imagine this is a full circle, okay? I know it looks kind of like a macaron bun. You can add a little filling there. Whatever, but I think this is how the face is going to look, okay? So what we're actually going to do is for each of these, we have... Oh my goodness gracious. What the fuck? How do people use these things? This is... What? Does this thing go... Oh, maybe that's why. It's because it's not going all the way to the bottom of my computer. Hold on. Wacom. Mapping. Oh, screen area monitor 2. This might fix the issues I was having. Oh my god, I think it will. Already incredibly better. Okay. Did I lie? No. I'm just shit. I hate this. Why was I better with the mouse? All right, so we're going to have this circle, right? The screen is going to go something like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to have like a square peg here, a circle peg here, and another circle peg here. All right, and that's going to hold the entire face together. I don't know that we want another one here. I feel like an extra one is kind of overkill for this thing. Maybe we can, just for the sake of simplicity. Not simplicity, for the sake of that one thing. Symmetry, that's what I'm looking for. All right, so we're going to have something like this, and then we can have the second half be the same thing, except this is like an indent, you know? So it's kind of like indented here, so that the screen will fit in there. And then this is the square peg, the circle, circle, circle kind of thing. So I think that's how we're going to end up doing this today. And then we're going to be able to fit the pieces together. So you're going to have bam, and like a little hole here, and like bam, and like a little hole here, and like bam, and a little hole here. And they're going to snap together. And then we're going to bada bing, bada boom. So it's going to be a 2-part process, all right? We got to make the main thing and then the secondary thing. I don't really remember what the dimensions are of the screen. So what I am going to do is add a new layer. I am blind. We are going to draw it a little bit. That's so bad. There we go. God, I wish I had an artist to do all this for me. And I just like read out the numbers. That would be so nice. Okay. There's that. We need kind of like a side view is what we do need. No. Pain and suffering. And then we kind of need a back view, but I'm not too worried about that. So what I do know is from here to here. Let's make that a different color. Let's say red. From here to here is, I don't remember what it was. We have it in our program here. If I do this, we want a new assembly. The circle goes in the square hole. That's so true, honestly. Insert component. Flip. Hold on. How do I do this? Is it this one? No. No, 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 no. This one. Oh, there we go. Hold on. Alright, so we have this. Just for quick reference, I'm going to add some dimensions because I want to see them. Okay, so 84. The width was, I don't know, some number. What is that? 5. Why is it so hard to read these? Whatever. Okay, we'll just keep that there for now. And then, not particularly what I wanted, but sure. Hello, March. Good evening. Let me move this back. We don't need the drawing tablet for a hot minute. Okay, top plane. Sketch. We want grid lines. And then, how do I want to do this? I want to do this by we need to make a square, and this is going to be just a square of the screen, which was how many by how many? This one? 84? Oh shit, hold on. Don't save. Go to this one. Square hole? No, no square hole. Not yet. Not yet. 84. So we're going to do this. We're going to do dimensions like this. 84. And a dimension like this. And that's going to also be 84. And then, I don't know if I can do this, but I would love to make all of these constructions. Ah, perfect. Okay. So this is our square. Or this is our screen size. We need a circle from the center of it. Hey, come on. And this is going to determine how big we're going to make this thing. So it is 70 too big? Maybe we go 65? I think 65 will probably be good. Okay, let's do that. We're going to dimension it. 65 times 2 is 130. Go 69. I thought about that, but odd numbers in this kind of shit make me mad. Servo Suda goes in the square hole. Do not put Servo Suda in a hole. I don't think you'd like that very much, unless it's your mom's hole. Go 72? Why 72? But everything goes in the square hole. Okay. What do we need to do? Since this is going to be revolved in a weird manner, we need to make a line here. This line needs to be a construction line. We need to trim this off. Exit sketch. Oh, no, wait. Wait. Edit sketch. This shouldn't be a construction line. Get rid of that. Okay, now exit sketch. Now we will extrude. Oh, you almost got me there. Not that we want to revolve this. Hello? Sketch 1, revolve. Axis of revolution, this. We want to go 180 degrees. Bam. All right. It's a really cool number. I'm not convinced. Speaking of 72, I miss Hot Girl 72C. Maybe she needs to come back so I can test my mod powers. Is that what it was? It was Hot Girl 72? I don't remember this. Okay, there's that. We're going to make this 84 by 84. '84. No. No. Why are you changing where the center is? You stinky. Why are you... Ugh. What the fuck did that do? The hell? It like flipped it all the way around. Okay, hold on. Cancel that. Normal 2. There we go. Alright. These smart dimensions are not very smart. Stop doing that. Why are you doing that? Can I... Hold on. Can I constrain these? This. What is this? Make fixed. And then smart dimension. 84. Ah, there we go. 84. Bam. Okay. 84 by 84. You already test your mod powers on me? Well, no, it's because Augie would always say 52, and then a lot of 72s kept happening in my life. Well, March, I found this wrench on the ground, and these mod powers are different. Yeah, Venti kind of just found it. I don't know how. All right, chat. I don't know what I want the tolerance to be. I'm kind of glad that we made this little box thing, because I think this will help me decide what I want this tolerance to be. 0.5 millimeter seems to work pretty good for the screen. Like, there's not too much wiggle. I mean, there's, like, hardly any wiggle now that I'm thinking about it. It wiggles a little bit. If I had to guess, maybe we go down to a 1/4 millimeter. So if we're going to go down to a 1/4 millimeter on each side, from 1/2 millimeter on each side, then we need to increase these by half. So 84.5. 84.5. Okay, and that's going to be a hole. And then probably aligned with this. At some, I don't even want to say arbitrary, but it kind of is. Here, let me make a line. Let me make a line from here to the edge. Make that a construction line. Do the same on this side. Construction line. Well, it's going to have to tolerate me, so probably pretty big. What? What's going to have to tolerate you? XD must have dropped it. He's so clumsy. I don't think he dropped it. The tolerance? Oh, I see. Ah, this is where we want to make it. Okay. So then we do this. I don't know how big we want these pegs to be. Let me see. If I had to guess, maybe like 5 millimeters is probably pretty good. That's not super big, but it might even make sense to do 3 millimeters. No, let's stick with 5 millimeters for now and see how that looks. All right. So dimension this to be 10. Add another circle on this side. Damn. Dimension that to be 10. Okay. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think these are going to be the pegs and not the holes. Because if they're the holes, I have to size them up a little bit to dimension for the tolerances of the 3D printer. And I don't really want to do that right now. So I think we're going to leave these as the actual pegs. And then the holes we're probably going to make... man, I don't even know. Maybe like... That's really tough to think about, actually. Maybe I'll do like 0.35 millimeters just to be on the safe side. So it's like a tight fit with friction, but it's not impossible to remove if I need to, you know? Yeah, I think that might have to be it. And then it doesn't really matter if the side with the facing the screen is the pegs or the holes, so I think that's fine. Okay, let's make another one here. But by that same note, though, since there's going to be so much friction, I almost don't want to add the 4th hole. Because that's going to be a lot of friction. But then if I try to pull it apart... fuck, I don't know. I do want the holes to be directional. Like, so this one is going to be a square hole. 10 by 10? Yeah, that's probably fine. $10 millimeters. 10 millimeters. Okay, so that'll probably, yeah. The only other person who could have dropped is someone I refuse to bring up, so I'm going to blame XD. Oh, I miss her. I miss her every day. And so does my mother. Okay, I said these were going to be the pegs. Okay. Sorry, just thinking to myself. The question is now, is with this, do I want this to just be the screen? Active layer hidden. What? Or do, like, how deep do I want this section to be here? You know what I mean? What the fuck? Let me draw. I don't want you to be the active layer. I want this to be the active layer. Why is paint so confusing? YouTube blocked my father joke. Thank fuck. Alright, anyways, I don't know how deep I want this to be. Do I want it to encase the entire screen? And then this is just like a front plate? That feels like it's the safer route. I mean, fuck it. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. We'll try it like that. Okay, so this is going to be the back plate. So it's going to hold the screen, which makes things a lot more difficult now that I'm thinking about it. Shit. If this is going to be the back plate, could you blame me? I can blame you, and I will. The issue that I have with this is that the screen's back is not perfectly flat because of the components on it. But I also don't want to model each individual component and have a hole for each one, you know? Like, I could, but I don't really want to. That sounds like overkill. Fuck, that's... Do I do it? What are these? Wait a minute. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Extenders? Hold on. Oh, but these standoffs are huge. Damn it. And that doesn't really work with the ribbon cable either. With a pebbly girl? What are you talking about? I don't... I didn't think about this part. And that is going to be my downfall. I guess the other option we have is making the model so that the screen rests inside of it, but only on the edges. But even then, there's components on the edges I'd have to worry about. Fuck. The easiest thing is going to be just... Wow, I hate this. Aminals? What are we talking about? Because I can squish down. Not by much, though. The pebbly girl. Venti, what in the flip are you talking about? Chat, I don't know how I want to put the screen in. It's either I do a ton of work modeling all the little components on this thing so that it fits in there, or I don't do that and hope for the best. Isn't aminals. Oh, the pebbly girl. Oh my gosh. I was blessed. My eyeballs were blessed. Thank you for that. Okay, hold on. I may have found a solution. It doesn't look like... So, on the... I'm not even going to use the drawing tab. I can't. On the back of these... I can't figure this out either. So if this is the screen... Son of a bitch. Now you let me draw on you? Oh my gosh. Why? Existence is pain. Okay, anyways. So this is 84 millimeters. This is the screen. We have like a little chip here. Let me put it in purple. We have like a little chip here. And then there are these little standoffs. About there, there, and here. Suda! Cashew! I finished it? The thing you showed me? That was fast. That was really fast. And there's kind of this thing here, but I don't think this part matters. But anyways, the chip is taller than all of these standoffs by like a couple millimeters. But all these standoffs are the same height as this as well. So I think if we just make a hole for the standoff, or not the stand, for the chip, then maybe we can get away with... I don't even know. I don't know what I'm saying right now. A lot of energy right now. Did you drink a coffee or something? What am I saying? How am I trying to do this? Had a cold brew this morning. Damn, it's barely hidden, man. There is another option, but it might not work. Let me remove the ribbon cable. Hold on. All of these ribbon cables are like this, huh? How... This one's a lot less thick. But still thick enough that I think it interferes. I need like fucking tweezers. Oh, you have calipers and they're pointy. There we go. I also turned off the hand cam for today because I didn't like the quality. And I'd like to get a better camera, but that's not in the budget right now. So we'll figure that out in the future. For now, you guys kind of just have to vibe with me. I'm sorry. But y'all are used to it. Just listen to the sound of my not soothing voice. Actually, I've been told I have a really soothing voice, so I don't know who to believe. Cashy, look what I found on the ground. So if I... Where'd that little baggie go? Here you are. Ooh, this has standoffs too. No. Pause, champ? What? If I place these here and here, so I went absolutely crazy on it. Did you send it to me? Like, I'll probably look at it when I have a chance, but my creative juices are flowing right now, so I can't. And then, will this fit? I don't believe it will, but that might not be an issue. It doesn't. And if I take this out, there we go. Yes, bet. Is the fabled cook shoe back finally? Ow, fuck. I pinched myself. I'm okay, though. I'll probably live. There's that. Bend these back into place just a smidge. Okay. Now, I need to hit my art fight goal by tonight. What is the goal? Suda's now slightly in pain. Let's put the little hat back on. Oh. Okay. Or let's not. What's the problem? 20. Damn. That's a lot. Good on you, though. If you managed to hit that goal, it's fucking awesome. Hell of an achievement. IMO. Okay, that's on. Oh, that doesn't fucking... And that doesn't fucking... Ah! So what is a boy to do in a situation like this? What is this? I could technically make that into a ribbon, but I don't really want to do that. Seems like one of the worst things I could do. Houston, we have a slight problem. I want to eat these attacks. They're so good. Well, then start cooking. Instead of that, let's go to this one. This one's more interesting. Why do I... There we go. Okay. Wait, what's this? What's this? What's this? Yeah, that makes sense for that. Yeah, it might be a little... It might be a little... It might be a little... But I could buy more of those. More of these pin outs. Let me open this and see what's in this bag. I haven't looked in this bag in a while. Come on. Okay. Nothing that particularly interests me. Unless... Yeah, no. So I'm having a not a tolerancing issue. Well, it's like a height issue with the screen and some of the screw placements and stuff. Because I thought of a way that it could work very well. It's just I wouldn't be able to get the pin connections in. And that's kind of a big deal. So the way I might have just to bite the bullet and do something a little dumb. Would that even work though? Because these don't look very... Maybe. Maybe. Fuck. A hell of a predicament right now. Okay, don't break the screen. If I do something like this... Venti, do you want to see my attack? Cashy, why don't you just put in the art channel? Don't want to do that. True. I know. How many revenges do you have to do? I have a box. Hold on. This is a very old box of goodies, and I doubt it has what I need, but maybe. I haven't seen this thing in a long time. Ow. What's this? No. Oh, an extra servo motor. That's probably good. What are these? Wait. Pause. Chat, I may be cooking harder than Cashy right now. Hold on. The fuck is this song? Okay. Throw it on the ground. Okay, what are these? MP6050. I don't know. I'm gonna open it up. Why is this right angled? I hate that. Okay, wait. This is gonna be the most stupid. Do I even? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That won't even work. Fuck. It's not looking great for me. I'm gonna be honest. Like this idea is so good in theory, but in practice, it's not working out as well as I want it to. All right, you know what? For the sake of actually having a fucking product, I think I'm gonna just bite the bullet and not do what I'm trying to do here, and instead just make it a little bit scuff, and we can fix it later, probably. Ugh. Sorry, burped a little bit. Let's unscrew all of these. Best thing that happened this month is I learned to shade boobies. That's pretty good. Never compromise. I feel like for now I need to compromise because, like, okay, so the issue is that there might be a little bit of wiggle when I am, like, when the screen is placed, which all things considered is not the most horrible thing in the world. Is it a little bit annoying? Yes, but it's not that bad. So, like, it can be fixed. I think I just need to get different parts for certain aspects. So I'm not too opposed to just leaving it how it will be right now and then just figuring it out later. I don't think that's going to be a huge deal. Because the alternative is an absolute bitch to do. And until we have a product that may or may not be, like, semi-perfect, I don't want to deal with it. So let me put this back in its little box. What is this? Oh, it's the MPU50 thingy. That is the wrong bag. The fuck? Is it? Yeah, why did I put these in here? Whatever, I don't care. Leave those there. Okay. Okay, we have the tolerance for this. The only other thing we need for this is to fit the ribbon cable through it, which is going to be a hole on this side. And the dimensions of that, when we did it for this piece, how did it work? We gave it a lot of room. I want to give it less room this time. So let me get the dimensions here again, which is going to be more or less come on. Hold on. Shine it to the light so you can see better. Maybe 4. Oh, I'm stupid. I did this in the wrong order. Damn, that's about 2.5 millimeters from there to there. Okay. 2.5. So do you have a lot of cooking to do if you want to get to cashew level of cooking? No, you're absolutely right. I got to really make this shit work, huh? Okay, so 2.5 millimeters. Let's get a little line going. Anywhere here doesn't really matter. Dimension that. Move you out of the way. To be 2.5. Well, that's 2.5 millimeters. We want it to be a little bit bigger, so, and I don't really want to go 1/4 millimeter. Well, we could go, if we have a 1/4 millimeter on each side, then this would be 2.75, and then, oh no, it would have to be shorter than that, so it'd be 2.25. Yeah. And then we're gonna make our box here. And we have to make sure that the box is a 1/4 millimeter longer than what it's supposed to be. So the dimension of this whole thing is 61 millimeters. Wait, 61 millimeters offset from the top. Does that even matter? I don't think that even matters. Corner rectangle. Hello? What? Construction line. I would love a little dot here. Fine, make me work for it. And then we have a rectangle from here. It's going to be something along this. Okay, how far down does it go is the next question. Cashew cooks fast. Cashew cooks fast when she, like, what's the word I'm looking for? When she has motivation. Let me see. This is about 10.5 millimeters from bottom to top. So, smart dimension this. 10.5. We're going to call it 11 for safety. And then this instead of 61. So it's 61 millimeters. We're going to give ourselves about a 1/4 millimeter tolerance. Or a 1/2 millimeter tolerance across all areas. So that's going to be 61.25. Motivation and caffeine helps the cashew focus real hard. No, I get that. Honestly, like, motivation is the biggest fucking thing for me too. And that shit's hard to come by these days. Okay, chat. You're going to be like, what the fuck is Suda cooking? Just trust, okay? Trust. Why am I... Oh. Okay, I have a thing. I have an alarm for some reason. Okay, exit sketch. What we need to do is extrude these little pegs. Let's go ahead and do that first. Extrude these. I don't know how much I want to extrude them. 10 millimeters seems kind of like a lot, but maybe I'm crazy. I'm also not used to working in millimeters, so 10. That is kind of a lot. Maybe we go 7.5. Yeah, let's try 7.5. Okay, 7.5 millimeters. 7.5. We can merge this one, so that's good. Go back to this sketch. We're going to extrude again. Okay, this is the important part. The width of everything, including the screen and the little thingy that's on it, is 8.25 millimeters. So this part, well, this part needs to go extrude all the way through. This part, it's average. Mr. American, what? This part needs to go down 8.25 millimeters. What? This one? Eight and a half, kind of a lot. Gives us 1/4 millimeter of thickness of jiggle room. How much is that? It'll be fine. 1/4 millimeter's fine. Lime accidentally sent Cashew free feet pics. They were not asked for? Oh, no. Cashew, don't go, like, salivating at them or anything, all right? We need to insert features. Not feature works. Features. Combine main body with this. Subtract. Okay. And then this little part here is going to go... Yeah, just make it go all the way out. Don't merge result. And then insert features. Combine this and this. Okay. I think that'll work. He said, I don't get any more freebies. Why did he send them to you? Were they like legit feet pics, or was it like his feet were in a random picture? Play classical music? Classical music will make you guys fall asleep. You guys have small brains. Cashew does not like feet. I just think it's really funny. I think Cashew likes feet. His feet were in a random photo. Oh, okay. Now, this would be really easy to print like this. Probably. Because someone eats all the brain cells. I get hungry and snackish. Hey, chat, remember to like the stream, by the way. It helps me out. Okay, I think I actually want to send this to the printer right away. Get this started and see how it turns out. So we can maybe start trying to fit on the... Fit it in the screen. So, un momento. Let me save this. And this is going to be... Head 2... Head attempt 2. Save that, and then Control-Shift-S, and we're going to save this as a step file. Head attempt 2. And then we need to open up Bamboo Studio. Look at Cashew thing when print. Okay. I can probably do that. Preview, prepare. How do I do this again? Oh, like this. I don't know what any of this means, but sure. This part might actually take a while to print now that I'm looking at it. No, I don't want it to print like that. Well, actually, that might be the best way to print it. There's going to be supports all around it, but ripping the supports off is going to be relatively easy if I do it like this. And I don't really want the actual sphere part to be... Well... Because the sphere part will be smooth if I print it like this. But there's also going to be a ton of supports under here. Can I rotate it in like a... ...45 degrees? Kind of situation? I don't know. Let me slice it and see what it looks like. Enable support generation. Yeah, that's fair. That's totally fair. Support. Enable support. Threshold angle will say 45. What? Why is it mad at me for that? What is your problem? It's thinking. It's cooking, chat. It's cooking. Hold on. Why is it cooking for so long? It's about to burn down the kitchen. It's about to do squid in slot 1. And I don't like that. Oh. Ah, fuck. Oh my god. Printing time 7 hours? No. Let's fix that. Let's fix that. Hold on. Prepare. You rotate. Can I... Where's the auto rotate button? Do that. Enable supports. That's fine. Slice plate. My ass is not waiting 7 hours for that shit. That's 5.5 hours. It's better. But it's still not great. Okay. Let me... What if I do this? What if we rotate it 180 degrees? 7 hour stream? You're fucking crazy. $5 hours. It's gonna be kind of... What the flip? These are just gonna get longer and longer. I don't know what you expected. Yeah, but there's a stigma in the 3D printing community about using supports for things. Like, if you can avoid it, that's better. Tree? No, what is normal? Let's see what normal does. That's 4.5 hours. I don't like the normal supports, though. They're a lot harder to take off. This might be the best way to do it, and then honestly, I can just sand it down if I need to. Let me look at this. Alright, fuck it. I mean, let's try it. Let's try it. Why not? What do I care? For this one, I'm going to use rose gold because I think it'll look kind of pretty. Oh, shit. We getting some head tonight? Oh, you know it, Anna. Maybe it changes based on the filament. I don't think it will that much, but maybe it does. 4 hours 42. It got fucking slower. What? Can I make it fast? Hold on, where's the speed? Where's the speed on this bitch? Others. Strength. Quality. Not at this rate? Yeah, not at this rate we're not. Holy shit. Time-lapse, traditional. I do want a time-lapse on this one. Can I go and prepare and change the speed? Advanced. Support speed. Here we go. I think I just gotta, I gotta just take it. You know the best way to learn a programming language is to find a problem and solve it? Yeah? I always have a hard time doing that because usually somebody has written the thing to solve the problem I have. But I found something I actually want to work on. Oh yeah? What do you want to work on, Anna? Chai, I think we just gotta fucking send it. I don't think there's any other way around it. That's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. These goddamn supports, dude. Alright, well, let's... The only reason I'm hesitant to print this is because I want it to work right the first time so that I can just make the second part and print that one right after. You know what I mean? Let me go back to this. Hold on. Let me get some dimensions. 84.5. So that's a 1/4 millimeter tolerance on all sides, which is very, very tight. At least, I mean, I guess it depends on who you ask, but for what we're doing, that's really tight. Let me just take another measurement. Measure twice, cut once kind of thing. 84. It's more like 83.5. But we're going to call it 84. I want to write a terminal app that will print my bus schedules for me because I hate going to the website. Are you going to do it in Rust? $83.5. That would give it a millimeter on each side, so 0.5 millimeter tolerance, which is kind of like a better safe than sorry thing, but that's not really what I wanted. I guess our other tolerances have been, what, like 2 millimeters? Or an entire millimeter on each side? Let me see. Fuck it. I think it'll probably be fine. We made this 84.5 on an 83.5 thing. So it's 0.5 millimeter tolerance. It's probably fine. Okay. Let's send it in a rose gold color. Ugh, print it. I'm so scared. I don't know why I'm so scared. Time lapse on, auto bed leveling, flow dynamic calibration. Yeah, okay, send. I was checking to see if our transit system has an API, but it turns out that they don't need to have that data locked behind an API because they have it available in a public general transit feed specification format. Okay. I like your words, funny woman. What does that mean? And you didn't answer me if you were going to write it in Rust or not. Coward. God. 5 hours of printing time. Oh, wait, I'm stupid. We have technology. Hold on. Can I rotate this? Where's the rotate button? Get fucking rotated, loser. How do I rotate you? Edit component. Linear component preview, mate, insert components. Move component. Rotate component. Yeah, more or less like that. Okay, that's good. Yeah, and Rust. Turns out that GTFS is just a bunch of CSV files. Ah, classic. I love that. I love that. Can I rotate it? Selected component is fixed. It cannot be moved. Can I unfix it? How do I unfix it? Why is it fixed? Hello? Where? Make virtual linear component, insert component, edit component, explode view. Okay, hold on. SolidWorks assembly, unfix part. Right click on it in the feature manager design tree and select float. Float. Ah, okay. Now we want to add a mate for parallel. What does coincident mean? Anyways, parallel you with you. Good. Oh, right. And then I need to parallel the top edges as well. Parallel you with you. Bam, 2 parallels. Okay. It looks semi-reasonable. Huh. How do I... SolidWorks assembly... mate plane to plane. Coincident or parallel? Okay, let me try that. Let's mate, and we want to mate this, this, with this. That did not do what I wanted it to do. Try again. Coincident. Mate those two. Why did it... What? I can't even tell what it did. Where's my part? You're in there. But I think you're 2 in there. No, you're all the way in there. It's really hard to tell what's going on. I don't want them to be interfering. Alright, hold on. Sorry, I missed a bunch of Anna's messages. I think there's already a Rust library out there that handles the parsing, but I write my own because I need the learning. A parser that I need to build, then an interface to fetch the schedules. I might also make a CLI interface and a TUI interface for interactive viewing of schedules. I also want to make it configurable via YAML to have some preset schedules that I can quickly show. And finally, I want to have a CLI option to output in YAML so I can pipe the output in a nutshell, in new shell. Anna, I'm gonna tell you right now, tuis are fucking hard to make. But if you want a good program that'll do that, you're gonna think it's funny, but it's called Ratatouille, and that is like the best one I've ever used, personally. I thought it was pretty decent. I know. Which part do you know? Oh wait, yeah, I want those to be coincident. Coincide them. It feels like it's not gonna work, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm happy. Here, let me. Like, yes. Okay. How do I appearance? No appearances. This one, I guess. You make it colorful. That's fine, I guess. Shiny? Sure, that one works. Okay. We don't need this. I don't think this is gonna work. If we made this part properly, I'll make the CLI first because that'll be the easier part. Oh yeah, absolutely it will be. Sketch, smart dimension. How tall is this? No, I want this. 9 millimeters. Right. And how tall did I make this? 11 millimeters. Okay. So that auto should fit. This one is 84. We made this 84 and a half. The width of this is about... I can't even see that. Why is it all the way over there? Oh my gosh. Existence is pain. These programs are so difficult. 5 millimeters, which is wrong because we accounted for that chip. That's why it was sinking into it, because we accounted for that chip, which adds another like 3.5 millimeters. Okay, so that makes sense. Now, the only other thing I'm worried about is the distance of this. $61.5, and we made ours 61.25. Let me get another measurement. You know what? Let me pause the print as well. It hasn't even really started yet. Hold on. Pause. I'm getting exactly 61. Well, I say exactly, but more or less 61. Yeah, no, that is very small in my opinion. So let's fix that. Instead of 61.5, let's go ahead and make this, I guess, 62. Just to be safe. And save, and then I think that, does that also save the step file? Let me double check. I don't think it did, so we'll do that. Save. Yes, replace it. Go back to here. Just go ahead and fucking stop this print. Yes. Prepare, delete this. Add a part. That one. Okay. That's the wrong one. We want this one. Okay. Flip it. Flip it again. Didn't work. Rotate. Get rotated dweeb. 180 degrees. And then everything else was fine. Tree, remove small overhangs. Oh yeah, this is the advanced shit. I don't care about all that. Slice the plate. Print the plate. Send. Oh, okay. You already told me about it? Ratatouille? Oh my god, that program's a bitch. And I will also tell you, make sure you do a cargo clear every, like, major stuff. Because, oh shit, do I need a fucking, hold on. I need to go and remove the filament off of it. One second. Anyways, yeah, make sure you use cargo clear every once in a while because I ended up with a fucking program that had like 89 gigabytes and I was like, whoa, what's this? I guess cargo is kind of bad at caching things properly. And it will... What's the word I'm looking for? It will take longer to compile bigger programs, which is why I say only do it every once in a while, like, because it kind of gets fucked. Especially when doing things with Ratatouille, because between Ratatouille making your own CSV parser and all that shit, it's gonna kind of pile up a little bit, I'm sure. And then depending on what you want to do, you're probably gonna need polars in there, but maybe not. I don't know. It's gonna be a whole fucking thing. But cargo clear. When you do finally compile the program into, or I guess build it into production, oh my god, it's so fucking fast. But like when you're using Ratatouille in the dev mode of it, like for your builds, it looks slow. Like you can see all the frames on the TUI. You can see the fucking frames like drawing each pixel out and you're like, ugh, this sucks. But once it's like actually compiled for production, it's stupid fast. Not the data frames. Oh, and Polars has garbage documentation. I mean, it's bad. It's bad. Because they're like, yeah, we're faster than pandas. And then it goes and it's like, but we're also only going to give you documentation for Python. We're not going to give you documentation for Rust. And then, on top of that, some of the Rust shit isn't even, like, properly built. I don't know. It was a whole fucking ordeal for me. Pain in the ass. I wonder if Polars has a built-in CSV reader like Pandas. I'm almost 100% certain it does. Pandas is goated. I agree. Pandas is fucking awesome. But when it comes to speed, Polars clears Pandas by, like, a billion years. It's insanity. It's not even a competition. Look at Patricia's little dingaling. I don't know what that does. I know that there's like a little trash can over here, but I don't know what this is. I just know that it wiggles. Patricia's really good at wiggling her dingaling. I don't know what the fuck data frames are for, LMAO. Well, I mean, it's just the data frame. I know it's just a fucking table of data. Something, 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 and then data. Data structure for table-like data. It's very good at doing batch operations on table-like data because they have it optimized to be sometimes with like concurrency and threads and all that shit. But it's very good at doing large-scale batches of operations instead of doing a fucking for loop, so... Damn, Cashew! I don't know if Cashew's still here. Cashew, did you make that background? You did not make that background. There's no way you made that background that fast. Hi? No, I knew it. Okay, I was like, no way. It's not even your art style. They got it vectorized and shit. I don't know, they're probably using tensors that you've never heard of in math fields that aren't even created yet. Okay, I'm gonna take a shower without me. Cashew cannot do landscape. Maybe you should learn. Did you ever think about that? Did you ever think that maybe you should fucking learn how to do landscape, huh? Pull up? You're so far. God, no. Do some art attacks. Do a landscape art attack. Why not? Do you have to disclose that you didn't do the landscape or... Chad, I got Whataburger for dinner today and it was fucking incredible. That's not a character. What if my character's a tree in a forest? It's a stock image, probably not. I'm probably gonna lurk hard after because... lame. But anyways, I had Whataburger for dinner and it was fucking incredible. I got a green chili double with bacon and grilled onions with fries and spicy ketchup. Yeah, it was amazing. For those of you who haven't had spicy ketchup, you haven't had the honor of having spicy ketchup bless your tongue, I feel sorry for you. Spicy ketchup is the best ketchup, hands down. Spicy ketchup is the Wingstop ranch of ketchups. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, Wingstop ranch has the best ranch out there. Whataburger has the best ketchup out there. I don't like ketchup. Do you like ketchup chips? You're Canadian. You're a freak like that. Probably. I love ranch. Have you had Wingstop ranch? That's literally the best ranch out there. And it's not even a competition. I think it's the best ranch because ranch is usually like... people fucking... they just buy a store, like a store ranch, you know? Like, just, oh, this is Hidden Valley bullshit, you know? It all tastes the same. But Wingstop ranch? Fuck, bro. Fuck. I would do dirty things to Wingstop Ranch. I'd do things to Wingstop Ranch that the Pope wouldn't approve of. That's all I'm going to say. I do have an occasional hankering for ketchup chips. What's the difference between ketchup chips and ketchup? Aren't they just... all right. Whatever, Cashew. Whatever, Cashew. Ow. They don't taste like ketchup? Yes, the fuck they do. What? I would know that because Martin Bland sent me ketchup chips. And a certain legume never did. They do be tasting like ketchup. Ah, there it goes. There goes Patricia. There goes my baby. I don't like that Patricia's gonna have to use so much filament on something that may or may not work. That hurts my soul. Chat, this is like the easiest part of this too. Like, once we get into having to deal with gears and shit, oh, it's gonna be a pain in the ass. Building the head should not be that difficult, but keep in mind, I also haven't 3D modeled anything since college, so like... And in college, we didn't have to 3D model anything that was this absolutely batshit insane. I'm sure some people in my college did, but I was not one of them. I spent my time learning how to code. While you were studying the 3D modeling program, I was studying the code blade. But I mean, I guess there was perks of spending all that money on a degree, I guess, kind of. Like, look, I can do shit like this. Go Bamboo Labs, go. Chat, I got an email from somebody who wants me to play their game. Did I tell you guys about this? I don't think I told you guys about this. Well, first I got a comment on a video that they were like, hey, we want you to play our game. And then I didn't respond because I was like, this seems shady. But I guess they were like, we're not fucking taking no for an answer. They emailed my ass on my business email. And I was like, damn, they're serious. Okay. So, I don't know. We might play the game. It wouldn't be a sponsored stream. Oh my god, he's getting sponsors. Well, I don't think they have the money to sponsor it. You know, even if I was like, I'll do it for $100, I don't think they have the money for that because they're a really small company. And I don't think they have any games out. I tried looking up their game studio and it didn't even pop up on Google. So if I play it, it's going to be more of a thing like, yeah, I'll just do it and I'll give you like what I think about the game honestly, you know? He's getting sponsors. We in chat. We're so back, baby. We're so back. I was down, but now I'm up. I'm just watching the 3D printer. Why don't I just talk to you guys while this prints? I'm like thinking of other things we can do right now. I don't want to work on the other casing of it. I don't want to work on the other, like the top casing of it yet. Well, actually, I guess I could. No. I don't want to work on it until I see exactly how everything fits. So we might, if I have to think of what we can do now, I might start looking up like 3D printed gears, because people have gears, 3D models left, right, and center. And we might need to start figuring out how we're going to make the head move, so we'll come back to Patricia in a while. Scroll down. Technically, that is a sponsor stream. You just have to label it as gifted. Not if I don't stream it. They didn't say I had to stream it. I asked them what the requirements were, and they were like, play the game. I think what they really want is just feedback from people, you know? And then, of course, if somebody will stream it because it shows the game, I feel bad not streaming it because they're giving me a Steam key for free, you know? So I might just do it just because. I haven't looked at the game too much, but from the very little bit I saw, it did look fun. So there is a chance that we play it. I'm not going to say what it's called yet because I don't want to spoil anything. I don't know if we're going to do it. I don't know if we're going to do it. I haven't decided yet. They're set to release next year, I believe, is what the guy told me. He seemed genuine. So why does my Discord tell me you're streaming on a different site? What is it saying? What site? It was my game? I don't think it was. Also, hi, Pi. So, chat, here's my predicament. We have the head. We're going to have wheels that control it, right? On each side, like this, as we discussed before. Dropped out for a bit. What are we talking about? A very small company asked me if I wanted to play their game on stream. Well, they didn't say on stream, but I'll probably do it on stream if I do it. Because they just want feedback on it. But I was a little skeptical, so I asked them, like, oh, what other streamers have you contacted? And Like what are the requirements, and they straight up they sent me two people's videos, and then they were like, no requirements, we just want feedback on the game. So I don't know. I'm contemplating, I'm thinking about it. It is on Steam. I have looked it up. It is on Steam. I just don't want to accidentally get hacked. You know, it's a very small company. That's kind of the thing. You know, if it was a bigger company, I'd be like, all right, easy to sanity check, you know? I'm trying to send a photo, but I can't. Well, yeah, Pi, I don't add people on Discord. You're going to have to put it in the Discord to do it. But okay, so we want to make this thing move. We want to make the head tilt this way. We want to make the head tilt this way. And then we want it to go like this and like this. So down, up, left, right. And then we could do any combination of those to make it go in all sorts of directions. The difficult part about that is going to be the wheels. I just dropped in the spam channel in. All right, let me see. Streaming on Twitch? What the fuck? Pi, I don't know why yours says that. Mine says streaming on YouTube. What? That's weird. That's so weird. Okay. If you click on it, does it take you to Twitch or YouTube? Twitch looks a little funny. Hey, chat, remember to like the stream and subscribe. And if you're new, say hi. It took me here? Okay, well, that's good at least. I hope people aren't like, oh my god, Suda's back on Twitch. Fuck no. If YouTube does their stupid bullshit AI thing, though, that might be the nail in the coffin for me. I might go back to Twitch for that, but I don't think they're going to follow through with it. There's no way. There's no way they follow through with that. I got excited. I wanted Marbies. Let me see. Okay, so we need to figure out this gearbox thing because I don't want there to be too many motors in this. It would be easy to do the wheels to go left and right or up and down with one motor. If we had one motor, let's say we have, this is a gear, and then we have another gear over here, and these would be, well, that's another difficult part, because like they can be connected by a shaft, you know, but then that means that they both spin the same way, and we don't want that. So what we would actually want is kind of like a differential here, which is another whole can of worms on its own. Fuck! Hold on. Suda's thinking. Okay. Here's what we can do. We can have a gear that's just right here. And then we can still have our side gears here and here. So this is like directly under the middle of the sphere. And if it goes this way, then wait, you go like this, then the head goes this way. And then if this goes this way, then the head goes this way. I don't like when you think. Why? So then this one can be controlled relatively simply if we have a motor that goes like this, that has its own little gear around it. And then we have a worm gear here. And then we have our circle gear here that gets controlled by it. And then we would be able to control... Is that a worm gear that I'd need there? Something along those lines, and then that can go that way or this way. Seems off, suspicious even. Cashew forgets that I have a fucking degree in mechanical engineering. I'm not just funny streamer man 120% of the time. Sometimes I actually use my brain. And that throws off the Cashew. Fake diploma, definitely. I literally showed part of it in the short. What? Oh, it's funny that comes up, actually. So, when I was making the short, I knew that that's kind of what I wanted to do. But I had to find my diploma because I didn't know where it was. I checked my garage, and it was all fucking bent up under a bunch of boxes and shit, and, like, crumbled in the weirdest ways in the covering still. And I was like, ah, shit. And I kind of just yanked it out a few times, and I got it out. And I, like, smoothed it down, and I was like, you know what? That's probably good enough for the short. And I was like, it'll probably be funnier if it looks a little bit bent anyways. But yeah, that degree is just... That motherfucker has seen better days. No one can be smart and post the type of shit you post on Twitter. Of course they can. Well, that's smart. It's just paper. You probably forged it. Well, I didn't. That would be illegal. Hold on, I need to look up how worm gears work. Worm gears. Yeah, okay, so then I did this kind of wrong. The worm gear would be here. Attached to this. And then... yeah, we would have a gear here. And then this would spin one way or another. Okay, so that solves the problem of this one going this way or this way. My mom has all 4 of her diplomas hanging on the wall. There was a time where I thought about getting my diploma hung up, but... it's not like a typical diploma size. Like, my diploma's fucking extra large. It has to shop in the big and tall section kind of diploma. And a frame for that is stupidly expensive. I'm not about to pay $800 for a frame just because the piece of paper that I spent $60,000 on is too big. Hell no, I'm not gonna do that. Are you kidding me? And frames are expensive, dude. For something like that, absolutely not. I'm not doing all that shit. Okay, so that solves this one. The only issue is that these two are probably going to end up having to be on a different motor. And I don't like that. Because when I think of the robot, I think it's already going to be using a ton of motors, man. And that's the issue. Dollar Tree frame? I don't think they have one that is the right size for my diploma. Let's see how Patricia's doing. Yeah, she's going. She's going all right. Okay. So when I think of Servo Suda, I think, you know, we have our body. It has an arm, a leg, and another leg. That leg is so off. Okay. But I was also thinking that, like, there's a joint here for another whatever. You know? So that he can kind of move his arm in and out in a way, which is a whole other design problem on its own. But if all of this shit's gonna move, then not only do we have a motor to control this, but then this, and then this, and then this, and then we're gonna use 2 motors here. Hi, Suda, shake your dreads. There you go, John. Let me hear it. Big screen. I don't really have dreads, but I got what you're putting. I picked up what you're putting down. So already we're up to 6 motors. That's stupid. Ah, lady? What? Oh, that's what he said. Ah, ladies, ladies. It's been a minute since I've seen that. Ah, ladies, ladies. Okay, hold on, hold on. So 4 motors. This, I mean, the motion for this is kind of just an in and out motion, you know? So we might be able to just use like a string or something, like a piece of nylon or like a cable. And as we pull it back, the arm contracts. And as we release tension, the arm expands. And we have like a spring in here. We might be able to get away with controlling both of these on one motor. But I doubt it. It also may end up being that we need 2 more motors. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 motors in total. That's a lot of fucking motors, dude. That's a lot of motors. For this little shit to move in a bunch of directions. I'm not opposed to it. I just... I'm just not the happiest about it, you know? I was hoping to get away with like 5 motors. But that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. There you go, Patricia. Do your thing. Don't mind me watching. Alright. Because if we have a motor here that spins the arm to go up or down, and then one here, same thing. This one, now I'm thinking about it, do we need motors for the legs? Like, yeah, we probably would. If it's gonna like be able to bend over and fart, it has to have a joint here. And if it's gonna have a joint, that means it has to have something controlling the joint, which would be the motor. Ugh. But this motor's gonna be a little different. This motor's probably gonna be oriented like this. With like a string attached to these. So you can pull it up and down. And then 2 motors for this shit. Servo Suda might actually end up being like pretty big. Because these little servo motors are not tiny. I mean, like, okay, they are tiny, but they're not tiny. You know, like 2 of them is not a big deal. But when you get to fucking 8 of them, holy shit. It starts becoming a bit of an issue. Damn. If we can think of a better way to implement the motor situation for all of this stuff that I want to move, that would be awesome. I don't know that we're going to be able to get lower than 8 motors, though, unless we have like a stupid, crazy gearbox. But even then. Below, Minion! What's going on, buddy? How are you doing? Have you already eaten dinner? I hope you have. So that should be easy to make. The hard part's gonna be this. And then, if we give this motherfucker knees, that's another 2 motors we have to deal with, dude. But I don't think we want to do that. We're gonna leave him stumpy a little bit. He's gonna have stiff legs. I don't think I can do 2 more motors. 10 motors in total is insanity. When shopping for snacks to bring to the convention, hell yeah, hell yeah. Hey, Minion. I hate to be that guy. I hate to be that guy, Minion, but how did the saga with the girl end? We have to know. The people are asking for answers, and we gotta tell them. How did that saga end? Oh, yeah. While I'm trying to figure this out. Suda's the only one asking? Everybody was asking this, Minion. Just a few minutes ago, every single person was like, what happened with Minion? What happened? I was like, ladies, chill out, chill out. I'm gonna ask when he shows up. Give him some time to breathe. Everybody was asking this. Don't scroll back in chat. Don't scroll back in chat. Cashew farted back there. It still smells. Not worth it. All right, next design challenge after we get the head like situated. I'm not gonna lie, after we get the head situated, I might connect up the face and start trying to display things on it. I don't know that I'll be able to not do that, you know, because I'm gonna be so giddy with excitement. I think I'm gonna just want to connect it up and have just a talking head. I think that would be sick. But there's a lot we gotta figure out. We gotta figure out how to make this motherfucker move. And what I'm kind of thinking for these wheels and like the gears and stuff is maybe we have like a little hat thing sitting on top of the body here that like you can take on and off. So we don't have to print anything with the body. I feel like that would make it a lot easier to like do quick repairs and stuff and whatever. Just adding a little tiny hat there, and then you'd be able to have the entire gear set up along with the motors that you're going to need, controlling everything. Yeah, that seems pretty good. We could even make it part of, like, we could, like, let's say this is the body. Let's do something like this, right? The motor's probably got a thickness of about this much. We have the casing be this tall. Let me do it in purple. We have the casing be this tall so that it makes up the rest of the body. And then the motor's able to sit in here comfortably, and the gears will sit up here. And then you'd have the head right here. I think that might be the play, actually. We're going to have to... We just make everything very compartmentalized, you know? And then on top of that... Oh, but... That brings up an issue. Because then how are we going to... Because the arms are going to be, like, right here. We'll get to that challenge when we get there. We don't need to think about all that right now. Ice cream acquired. Venti, I didn't even know you were getting ice cream. What kind did you get? I gave up because it was clear she wasn't interested. Every time I asked her, she would say something like, I'm busy right now, but I'll let you know, and never let me know. This happened a couple times. Minion, I'm proud of you for knowing when to quit, you know? Being like, all right, I can take a fucking hint. I get it. I get it. I respect that. I respect it heavy. Confetti? What the fuck is confetti? Well, I know what confetti is, but, like, what flavor is confetti? What? It's a blizzard? Okay. And then? I need to add another layer. Just has sprinkles on it. So it's vanilla ice cream with sprinkles. What? Dunkaroo icing. I don't know what that is. Why is Cashew going crazy? Here, let me redraw this a little bit better. So... Hold on. Getting a brain blast right now. Chat, I'm getting kind of a brain blast right now. So if we have our circle here. That's the head. And the head is going to be sitting on top of some sort of body. Right? We could have a wheel that is kind of like this, and then half of it is in there with like a little square around here that's like the opening of it. And then we could have another one back here so that just this little wheel is what's controlling the head moving like this or like this. And then we have a wheel back here. That controls the head moving like this or like this. Because if we're going to use two if we're going to use two gears anyways, you know, because we were going to do something with the 3-wheel setup. If we're going to use two gears or two motors anyways, we might as well make it only 2 wheels. Oh, fuck. There we go. We might as well only make it 2 wheels. Have a motor back there, have a motor right here. And it controls the head rotation in all of these directions. I should probably make these arrows, what the hell, with a different color. Let's do green. Green is horrible. Let's do blue. It's better, I guess. Yeah. That. And then the rest of the body, of course, would be going like this. Whatever. So then we would... I think the best way to go about this would be to have the motors... If we're... So the motors are shaped like this, chat. Well, I don't like that line. Very thin box, and then you have a gear shaft right here. And then there's a couple other features that go on up here and down there for like mounting the motor, whatever, and then there's some wires that happen there. But that's what the motor looks like. So if we put the motor on its side, yeah. Hold on. Holy shit, Cashew, you're fucking cooking again. I'm back, about to make some spaghetti. Welcome back. How was your shower? So I'm thinking if we have a front face of the body and we have our wheel here or whatever, and then the head here. Well, the wheel would actually have to kind of be a little lower, and then the shaft is there. That, and then we have a circle for the head. It was good. It was good. Refreshing after a skating session. Good. Then I think if we lay the motors flat, And we have the little gear shaft here. And then these are going to have their own little gear attached to them. Then... And this will have a gear, of course. And how will this spin things? Because not only are we going from a height change, we're also going at a 90-degree angle. We don't have to go at a 90-degree angle. Hold on, hold on. Hold the phone, hold the phone. Because it could go like this. Let me make the gears a different color. The gears are going to be purple. And then this is the shaft. And then we can have another gear that is like this. Or better yet, no, this gear does need to be small actually, because it's gonna be near the head. And then we have another gear like this. Bam. Something like that. Shaft. True, Anna, true. Many people are saying this. Let's see how Patricia's doing. I'm very worried about her right now. This is one of her more complex prints that I've done so far. So far, she's looking good. She's looking sexy. She's looking a little speedy. Patricia's got this. I believe in her. I believe in her. Sexy. Look at her. Look at her go. Is she into girls? Patricia? I don't know. I need to ask. Can I have her number? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Psst, Patricia. Go, Patricia, go. Look at her. She's fucking zooming. You into girls that play Celeste? Give her my number then? Absolutely not. Me and Patricia have a good thing going for us, okay? And I'm not going to let you intervene. Cool your jets. Calm your tits. She's printing these tree supports very well. No sticking your parts in there. Crush warning. How did it look again? Okay, so... Yeah, alright. I can get behind that. This tree here worries me. Because it doesn't look like it's touching anything. Alright. Babes, wake up. New bottom surgery just dropped. Stick your parts in Patricia and hope for the best. Patricia will melt your parts off at a very slow rate. At a rate of 500 millimeters per... Or 500 millimeters squared per something? I don't know what it is. Fucking ouch. And she goes layer by layer. She doesn't, like, snip all at once. She goes layer by layer. So far, she's doing a great job. As long as you're patient, it could work. Patient to have a good pain tolerance, yeah. So this is Servo Suda's head. We're going to do something like this for a little bit of perspective because this is more top down. Servo Suda goes in the square hole. Don't put Servo Suda in the square hole. Yeah, so we have a motor there, and then we're going to have another wheel back here. Well, this one would, from this angle, would kind of look like that, but yeah. But he goes in the square hole? No! You can't put Servo Suda in a square hole. Well, since the body's going to be kind of rectangular or squarish, it's going to be the setup's going to look the same like this, and then there's going to be wires that go out, whatever. But if we can constrain Servo Suda, you know what? Now I'm thinking about it. We can even make a floor here that just hits the motor and has an indent that stops there. I don't like that. The drawing in the top left looks like a toaster. Servo. There we go. It's not a toaster. It says servo on it. It's labeled. Servo brand toaster. No. So if we have... Because we need a floor here for these motors. That's what I'm worried about. Well, no, I'm still... No, I'm still right. I'm still right. Because we can just cut out this little section here for the gear. We just got to know exactly where our motors are going to be placed, and then we're going to have to mount them down somehow. So we might make little mounting brackets or something for them. Yeah, this could work. This could work pretty well. And then if we wanted like a top-down view of it, it would look kind of like this, where our motor is here. The gear shaft is here. We have a gear like this. And then there's like a cutout here for the gear to freely move through. Yeah, I think that looks good. That works. And then there would be one back here. Let me do the math in my head. Yeah, okay. So the one back here would kind of look like this. And then we have that. And then a cutout for you as well. Maybe with the tolerances not that tight, but yeah. And then these two motors moving back and forth side to side is what's going to move the head all the way around. Yep. I think that works very well, actually. That looks good. These are probably the best blueprints, even though it's a black background, that I've drawn ever. And that'll pretty much be the floor for this. If we really wanted to get fancy with it, we could also throw the Raspberry Pi in here. In this little... Oh, what did I do? We could throw the Raspberry Pi in here. I don't think I want to. I kind of want the Raspberry Pi mounted on the back of it because I think that's going to be easier. But we could. We could throw any sorts of things in here. Look, we got all this free real estate. You know what? We might as well make an ad here that says, I don't know, maybe subscribe, I don't know, to Sudarezz? Sudarezz? I don't know. I mean, there's so much space here. We might as well fill it up with something. We might as well make it some ad space, right? Who knows? I'm just brainstorming, chat. I'm just throwing that. I'm just trying to see what sticks. I'm throwing things at a wall and seeing if it sticks. But I'm not hearing any no's. Use it to shout out people who raid? Well, that's what we have a screen here for. Maybe. It could work. It could work. We don't know. We have all that dead space. But no, for real, I don't know what else we could put there. And I don't want to make this whole ass encasing and not like, and just have empty space here, you know? You know what else we'd need to have though is brackets that hold the motor down. Maybe they are like screwed in or something here, and then they hold the motor down on both sides. Or I guess it would better be like this. Just like a screw there. And then a screw here that holds it down. Something. I don't know. We need brackets for these motors. We can't have them moving around, faffing about. That seems like a pretty solid idea. I can't possibly think of anything that would make this go wrong. So then, if we can get the encasing proper, I think what we're going to do is we're going to start making the face actually work. And then if we can get the face to work, then we're going to start on this layer here, which is going to be where the motors are going to go. So we're going to have to 3D model the motors. And on top of 3D modeling the motors, we need to get some gears to start getting Patricia to 3D print. She's looking fantastic, by the way. She's doing great at her job. And then we need to start assembling a little bit. So Servo Suda is going to come from top down. He's going to be built from top down. So if this is like the table, he's going to start here. And then he's going to go to like this. And then he's going to go to like this. And then he's going to go... Oh, fuck. He's going to go to like this. You know? That's kind of going to be like the route that Servo Suda gets built. And then he goes from this to this. And then we're probably going to do both legs at the same time, if I had to guess. And bam, robot. Where's the COD piece? The what? The Call of Duty piece? What is bro yapping about? Damn, I like this drawing. This makes perfect sense to me. I don't know if it makes perfect sense to y'all, but I don't care. I don't give a shit. Or a flip. Or a frick. Look up codpiece. It's the cup. It's a metal cup. So if this is Servo Suda's body, he'd need a cup here. That goes on last. That's an attachment. Have you guys ever seen the movie Robots? Is that what it's called? Robots? Where, it's that, like, blue and white robot, and, like, all the robots get, like, attachments and stuff, and when he's born, they're, like, putting him together. Like, his parents are putting him together, and they're like, where does this piece go? And the dad's like, I know where that piece goes, and he hammers in what is assumed to be the robot's penis, and he just starts crying. Have you guys... Upgrades? Is that what it is? Oh, no. Hold on. Is it Robots Movie? Yeah, it's just called Robots. From the creators of Ice Age. Just Google Robots Movie. No, that's the meme I know it from. There's the animated one. What are you talking about? The animated one? Is there a live action one? Yeah, I love that movie. Yeah, yeah. It's a great movie. But there's a part where he's like, the parents don't birth kids. They get build them packages, you know? So it's like Legos, but you build your child. And they built him. And at the end, they were like, well, what's this last piece for? And he's like, oh, I know what that piece is for. And he hammers in his penis. That's the one where the guy loses his legs and then gets bottom surgery, puts on ladybot legs. I don't remember that. I do remember there was a thick robot, though. There she is with the dump truck. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. The robot with the absolute dumpy, dude. Holy crap. Could transport 36 tons of wiener. Sorry. It's where the upgrades, people, upgrades meme comes from. I think so. Let me see. Because I don't know why that tone in my head. Yeah, it is. It is that one. Like, I haven't seen this movie in so long yet. I just, my brain was like, you know exactly where this is from. You know that tone. The wife says, I'm sorry, honey, you missed the delivery, but that's okay. The best part is making the baby. Exactly. And the delivery is when, like, the Amazon driver, whoever brings the parts. They do things differently. The baby gets delivered, and then they make the baby. Fender Pinwheeler? Is that his name? Robots. Rodney Copperbottom is the inventor. Bigweld and Industries. Oh, nice. I just ordered a new filament, and it looks like it just arrived. Patricia, how are you doing, beautiful? Outstanding. Only 4 more hours to go, Patricia. You got this. It's a marathon, not a sprint, baby girl. Yeah, I don't really know what to do now that, like, we have this planned out. And sure, I can start modeling it, but I don't want to until we have the next piece. I'm almost thinking about modeling some stuff off stream just so that I can start 3D printing it and we can do more stuff during stream, because this feels just like a big game of waiting right now. We're just waiting for the print to happen to see if it fucking worked, and then we can move on to the next thing. Because if this part isn't working how I want it to, then I'm going to redesign it, and I don't want to make the front cover of it until it's completely perfect. I feel like it'll work. So these will be like just chatting. Lord knows we eat that up. Yeah, no, you're right. It's true. They are kind of like just chatting. I 3D model for an hour and a half, and then I talk to you fucks for another hour and a half about whatever. And then every once in a while I come up with a random idea, and I'm like, oh my god, wait, we gotta put that down. Write that down, write that down! God, these stepper motors are freaking heavy, man. NEMA 17, and they generate electricity. Play games? No. I gotta stay in the category. So when's the next short? Tomorrow. I'm going to hope that this print is successful, and then I will make a short combining Monday's stream with this one and the part, and then I'll put it out. Sorry, hold on, I'm looking at something. And by something, I mean a video game that I play on my phone. Sorry, my cat sent that? What? That doesn't... Minion? What? Write a community post right now about what? That there's going to be an update tomorrow? Cooking so hard right now, I'm going to explode. Just what you said on Twitter, but here? What did I say on Twitter? Building the head of Servo Suda. I don't know that a community post is a good idea right now. So, fun fact about YouTube that I found out recently. Oh, about needing to redo the head. I see, okay. So, fun fact about YouTube that I found out recently is that if you have notifications on, YouTube, and I don't know if this is true, I don't remember where I heard it, I just know I heard it somewhere. YouTube will only send out 3 notifications to people a day if they have notifications on. So if you put out like 4 videos, YouTube will only notify somebody of 3 of them. I haven't looked into it, but that's what I heard. But now I try to abide by, okay, don't post more than like 2 things a day. But I haven't, so maybe I will do a community post. Let's see. YouTube. I typed it, decided not to send it, then my cat stepped on the enter button. Well. Okay, create post. Hold on. Let me see. Sure. Okay, chat. Did I say hello? Salutations, everyone. Quick update on Servo Suda. His head broken. We tried to model. We tried a couple ways of modeling the enclosure for his big head. And long story short, I either didn't like them or they broke. I either broke the enclosure or I just didn't like the design. As a result, we are currently in the process of nailing down a decent enough design that I'm redesigning the head. We tried a couple ways of modeling the enclosure for his big head, and a long story short, I broke the enclosure. I just didn't like the design. As a result, we're currently in the process of nailing down a decent enough design that meets 2 simple requirements. 1, it fits the screen, and 2, it looks semi-decent. Anyways, here are some pictures of the failed and rejected designs. New short coming out tomorrow with a progress update. Having this long-ass fuck message makes it seem like a big setback, which it isn't. I don't think so. I will change this to quick update on Servo Suda. tried a couple ways of modeling. Quick update on Servo Suda. His head too big. We tried a couple ways of modeling the enclosure for his big head, and long story short, I either broke the enclosure or just didn't like the design. As a result, we are currently in the process of nailing down a decent enough design that meets two simple requirements. One, it fits the screen, and two, it looks semi-decent. Anyways, here's some pictures of the failed and rejected designs. New short coming out tomorrow with a progress update. If you have any ideas or want to help brainstorm, comment them down below or pop into stream. We'd love to have you. Okay. Here we go. Hello, I'm here. Ayla, just in time. We're looking at Patricia. Let me take a couple pictures of these broken designs. Hold on. I should put the screen in this one. And show how it doesn't fit. It kind of broke. Here's a good picture. And then this design. Ayla liked the boobs I drew. Of course she did. She's Ayla. And then one without this. Okay. Ayla got bonked for it? It's art, Venti. It's okay. Let me shrink these down a little bit. Ugh. Okay. I don't think she saw anything else. She literally just typed tits. Ah, that's the Ayla I know and love. Hell yeah. I'm eating cold pizza now? What the fuck? Some cold za? Ugh. Okay, hold on, chat. I gotta download some pictures from Discord that I took. Save image. Sure. Save image. Sure. Save image. Sure. And then I'll go here. Image. Select. Show all files. Downloads. These three. Open. Oh, wait. I took one of it being broken. I forgot to upload it. Boobies. Oh, well, I guess this one actually shows that it broke, so that's fine. Salutations, everyone. Quick update on Servo Suda. His head too big. Here, let me show you guys this, and you can tell me your thoughts. Not that I care, but still. Salutations, everyone. Quick update on Servo Suda. His head too big. We tried a couple ways of modeling the enclosure for his big head, and long story short, I either broke the enclosure and I didn't like the design. As a result, we are currently in the process of nailing down a decent enough design that meets two simple requirements. One, it fits the screen, and two, it looks semi-decent. Anyways, here are some pictures of the failed and rejected designs. A new short coming out tomorrow with a progress update. If you have any ideas or want to help brainstorm, comment them down below or pop in the stream. We'd love to have you. Here are the pictures. Yeah, thoughts before I post this? I said salutations. Like that, if that doesn't catch somebody's eye, I don't know what does. Salutations, my fellow kids. What the fuck? Chat, does anybody want to get matching tattoos with me? It's good. Well, Minion, I know you think it's good, but what does everybody else think? No. Me. Also, please don't put Servo Suda in a square hole. Include that you're live now. Live now. Okay, good enough for me. We're posting it. Post. Just looking through the pictures. All right, cool. I fuck with it. Patricia's doing some crazy work right now. Dude, Cashew, you'd be willing to get a matching tattoo with me, even though we've never met in person, and we fight all the time? Does the ink cost a lot? It depends on the ink. It's called filament. It depends. So certain ones can cost upwards of... So they usually sell it in either a ½ kilogram or 1 kilogram. I buy mine in 1 kilogram chunks. But if you're the highest I've ever seen a 3D printer filament, like a plastic filament, cost is about $150 to $200 per kilogram. This filament that I'm using right now is anywhere from $15 to $22 a kilogram. So no, it does not cost a lot. And you may be thinking a kilogram's not that much. This whole print here is only 157 grams. And this is, I mean, it's not a big print, but it's not a small, it's like a medium-sized print. 157 grams. So a kilogram lasts a long fucking time, depending on what you're printing. Oh, that's good? No, yeah, it's super good. It's super good. This one over here on the right, you can see PETG. This one cost me about $25 a kilogram. And this TPU one was, I think, like $30. So it just depends, because certain ones do different, like have different material structures, and it does different things. Like this PETG is supposed to be stronger than the PLAs, but the TPU is super squishy. So in that short, the short I posted that's been doing crazy well, thank you guys for that, by the way, that ball that you saw that got printed, it's super squishy. Here, I'll send a picture in the Discord just to show you how squishy it is. Let me see. I'm putting it in nerd stuff. Flexible filament is cool. Yeah, and I really wanted to try it. That's why I got it. It's because I was like, damn, I think this would be fucking fun. Is to have some flexible filament. The only issue is that it's kind of difficult to print with. I won't say it's extremely difficult. It's just kind of difficult to print with. Like this ball that I printed took 3 attempts. There was no real reason for it to not print properly. It just fucking wasn't for some reason. So, yeah. So we have these 3 colors of PLA, this like silvery purple that you saw. This one's like a silvery red. This is a silvery rose gold, which is this one. And then I have just a basic blue. Um, the printer came with half a kilogram of some green one, half a kilogram of white, and this other filler thing that isn't important, but I will probably use those eventually, but if I'm going to use them, I'm going to use them for smaller prints. The reason that I go with 1 kilogram chunks is because if I'm making something that's really big, I don't want to have to swap out the filament halfway through, you know? Swapping out the filament's not that hard. It's just anytime the printer stops printing for whatever reason, that's another chance for it to fail. And I don't really want to risk that, so I'm printing something throughout the day with this PETG. It's a... what's it called? It's like a storage wall that you hang up and you can 3D print other parts. Yeah, I can probably just show you. Hold on. How do I go home? I'm making this. It's a honeycomb wall. I'll send pictures in the Discord. We're making a honeycomb wall, and the honeycomb wall is made out of this PETG because it's stronger. Well, I've technically known you for nearly 5 years. I'll also get one, I guess. Venti, you're in? What? I'm going to DM this to you too. Short idea? Oh, okay. Patricia's going strong, man. Is she time-lapsing? Yeah, she is. Okay. Depends on what it is, but yeah. Does color matter? No. It sure does not. All that matters is the material of it. There's a ton of different materials. I mean, there's probably upwards of like 50 different materials that are typically used. PLA is the most common. Color doesn't matter. Some of them are transparent. Some of them are glow in the dark. Some of them are shiny. Some of them are matte. That's a really good question, though. Cashew is so cracked right now. Cashew, when are you not cracked? Oh. Squish. My child refuses to sleep. Send help, but also she's asking what you're making. Alicia, do you have headphones on or no? Before I continue. I don't know how I'm doing this. It looks so good. I'm so smart. No, these are actually really good questions, especially for somebody who isn't familiar to 3D printing. No headphones? Good to know. Okay. March, you make a great point. Hi, little one. How are you doing? Long time no talk. It's me, the Princess Wizard. I missed you. I hope your trip was fun. Go through all the things that you're using to make RTuber. Intro could be something like, this is what I'm using to change VT forever in my RTuber. You're talking about all the filaments and stuff. It's a good idea. Princess Wizard. That's me. I'm the Princess Wizard. I'm the Princess Wizard, and I'm currently making a robot. Yeah. Yeah, I'm making a robot. It doesn't look like a robot right now, but look, see? I'm drawing all the little robot parts. It's going to kind of look like this. It's going to look like that. Do you like my robot? Do you like my robot? Look, he has little hard eyes. I'm so bad at drawing. Selena, that's a great idea for a short. The Princess Wizard who makes robots. I'm the Princess Wizard who makes robots. That's a great way to describe me. She said it was a good trip and that she loves the robot with hard eyes. It looks super cool, huh? Yeah. Look, it's making it right now. Do you see it? I'm making the robot right now. We're building it. This is my magic printer. My magic printer is going to make the robot from nothing. From nothing all the way to something. This is the printer that wizards use. I don't know what to tell you. This is the printer that wizards use. It's made out of magic. It's super cool, huh? Hey, little one, did you know that? Did you know that being a wizard, I can actually control your dreams? I can make you have really good dreams. But I can only make you have good dreams if you go to sleep. Yeah. Why are we making a robot? I wanted a little friend. All wizards have a little friend. You know, you've ever seen wizards with cats? Well, I'm allergic to cats, but I wanted a little buddy. And the robot's going to be my little buddy. If you want me to give you good dreams, you got to go to sleep. She says hi to everyone. She is fantastic. I love her. From now on, her name is Little One for me. Suda wants me to go to sleep. No, I want Little One to go to sleep because I want to give Little One good dreams. Little One deserves good dreams. Terry, you're adorable. I've DM'd it to you and also added some extra editing scripting details. Thank you, Selena. I love you. Can you help me have good dreams too? I can help everybody have good dreams. They need to go to sleep though. They need to go to sleep at the right times. If they go to sleep at the right times, then I can help you have good dreams. Even Cashew? Maybe not Cashew. You said that and she scampered off to her room so fast. Oh my god. Alicia, stop. I'm gonna fall in love. She's so cute. She's so cute. Oh my goodness. I have to help her have good dreams now. I mean, if she's gonna be good and go to sleep, then I gotta help her have good dreams. Do you need a bigger power source for the 3D printer? You do not. This connects straight to the wall outlet. Straight to the wall outlet, and then it just kind of zooms. And this one's fancier too, which is nice. Actually, Ayla, you make a pretty good point though. It probably does need a bigger power source, but it connects to your wall. So when I say bigger power source, it probably needs something obviously bigger than like your phone charger, but smaller than like a PC power source. I really hope she has good dreams so she still believes in your powers. Oh my god, I really hope so too. I really hope so too. Shoot, man. I didn't know that the streamer knew how to talk to children. Kashi, were you here the first time that I met the little one? You need a nuclear reactor for one of these. Oh yeah, one of these bad boys takes a couple nuclear power supplies. No big deal. By the way, nuclear power is still the safest and cleanest energy source with the highest yield rate of any energy source that we have. He got called a princess the first time. Yeah, I was like, look at me. Do you think I'm cool? Do you think I look like a wizard? And she was like, you look like a princess. And I was like, you know what? I'll take it. Being a princess is cool. And then apparently she started calling me the princess wizard. And I'm all about it. I like being a princess wizard. That's sick. Who wouldn't want to be a princess wizard? Considering she's going to sleep with happiness and no worries of it, she'll most likely have a good dream. I think that's an actual fact. I don't know. I do think that it depends on how you end up going to sleep. You know what I mean? Because if you, like Cashew said, if you go to sleep with bad thoughts, then you're probably going to have a bad dream. But if you go to sleep with happy thoughts, you're probably more likely to have a happy dream. She loves that you all talk to her, and she normally does, honestly. I've been lucky in that department thus far. Ooh, sounds like you got a little extrovert on your hands, huh? As long as you give me a heads up so I don't say anything that I will regret in front of little one. Oh my goodness. I would hate that. That would break my heart. Me and my magical printer, Patricia. Always give the little one warning. Exactly. Waiting? Can she be your wizard in training? My apprentice? Maybe one day. Maybe one day. I gotta build a rapport with her first. You know, let's see how the dream thing goes. Always start with family mode. If you start with family mode, Alicia, as soon as I read that message out loud, then you know it's safe to take out your headphones. If I don't read it out loud, there's a chance that I missed it because I try to read almost every message out loud. So you just gotta make sure that you heard me say it. Also, is she already asleep or not yet? Oh, man. I will repeat it too, just in case. Please help me, chat. This is our smallest and most... We need to protect little one at all costs, okay? Little one is now the village's child. Aye. Congratulations, Alicia. Little one is now protected by the Suda squad and the Dreamscape. Our youngest and most pure viewer. And we're going to try and keep that purity as long as possible, but if I slip up... All my years of elementary music education are for this. All my years of not are for this. I have not heard a sound from her. We need a code name. A code name that isn't little one. Your spawn. Your spawn. You have no experience. I have zero experience with children. The fairy is in the village. That's a good one. That's a good one. Alicia, if little one is around you, then we say, or is awake, we say the fairy is in the village. Or the child, I like the fairies in the village. That's good. Oh, we're not calling her spawn. She wouldn't know what the word means. The fairy is in the village. Apprentice? The apprentice is practicing magic. Apprentice in training mode. Fairy in the village. It's either the apprentice is resting or the apprentice is practicing. Those are the two. She ran to her room. I have not heard a sound from her. Tell them that the little one is near. Well, the reason that we need a code word, the wizard is in the tower. The reason we need a code name is because if I'm going to be calling her little one, then she's going to know. The young wizard is making potions. The wizard is in the tower. I repeat, the wizard is in the tower. I guess in the tower would mean little one is sleeping. Wizard, fairy, and village. I was going to figure out a fake name, honestly. Fairy and village means that little one is awake and roaming. All right, I like that. Fairy is in the village. If the fairy's not in the village, then that means the little one is asleep. This is the cutest thing ever. I gotta be on a family-friendly Suda mode for the time being, though, because the fairy's still in the village until we have confirmation otherwise. Princess is touring the kingdom. The princess is catching a vibe. The princess is off of 3 White Claws and a shot of Everclear. We don't know what to do. Somebody help. That was me, sorry. Hear ye, your majesty, the princess has arrived. Oh no. I like the fairies in the village. I love that. This is the cutest thing ever, man. I'm trying, okay? I'm trying my best. I'm not used to this. How's Patricia doing? I wish there was cameras, like, in all the corners so I could get a different view, you know? The real secret here is if Suda doesn't see it, I'm going to spam his DMs. I do see my Discord DM number go up. Like, I have one from Cashew right now that I'm not opening, so I remember to open it after stream. Streamer doesn't know how to be wholesome. He's been a freak for too long. Was I not just super wholesome? Cashew, you need to watch... When was it, chat? Was it last week's stream? I think it was last week. When Alicia brought little one into... Well, when Alicia brought the fairy into the village last week. That was the first time that I met her. She's been talking, singing nonstop the past hour and a half and nothing since you said that. I hope that means she's down. Okay, well, maybe she's down, but that doesn't mean that she's knocked out yet, right? 'Twas 6 days ago, sire. There you go, Cashy. You gotta watch the stream from 6 days ago. Thank you, March. The RTuber announcement stream? Was it the announcement stream? I love that my child has just been accepted by you guys, though. I mean, Alicia, you're really nice to us. There's no reason that we wouldn't be nice to your child. And trust me, we have a lot of people that aren't nice to this community. A lot of people who hate the LGBTQ community. And that's like 99% of you guys. It was? Oh. Would Cashew's child be accepted? Cashew, I would teach your child new words. Let's say that. What am I gonna do? 90% of who? 99% of my community is LGBT. Not if I teach them first. Oh, I'll teach them the words that'll get them canceled on Twitter. Hi, hi. Hi, Pickle. Pickle, we're currently in family-friendly mode. The fairy is in the village. Did I stutter? Okay, all right. No, Selena, we're in family-friendly mode right now. Love a family-friendly time. The fairy is in the village until we are told otherwise. And right now we're just watching Patricia 3D print. Gay is family friendly. Gay is family friendly. I was more thinking about the second word that Selena said. Oh yeah, we're gay in here. There we go. Much better. Much better. Lord. She was a fairy girl. She said, "See you later, boy." He wasn't trolly enough for her. I hope this print turns out good. LMBO. Laugh my booty off. Oh my god. Well, butter my butt and call me a biscuit. Cashew goes in the square hole. What kind of fantasy cover of Skater Boy? Sorry, we're HE double hockey sticks A gay in here. Lol. Chad, I've reached my quota. I wanted to stream for longer, but it ended up being that we're just watching Patricia work. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Oh my god, is Dreamer back? Your quota? Yeah, 3 hours. 3 hours of streaming. It's dead silent. I'm not opening the door just in case. Alicia, I don't know if you have me on headphones or if you have me on like a TV or something. I think you told me once it was a TV, right? His lethal company quota. If Cashew ever got pregnant, Elle would be the first to know. I feel like we'd know before the guy knows. Is she gonna be home in like 12 hours or something? So what are you talking about, Venti playing Minecraft right now? What? Ooh, this person mess it up. They mess it up big time, I think. And the best part is that if they mess up one more time, then I checkmate them. He could mean like tomorrow when Dreamer's back. Oh. Well, then XD, I'm going to steal you for tonight. When we were in California and Kato first saw you, it was on the TV. Okay, alright. I want your VTuber to do the soda pop dance. I don't even know what that is. Can you send it to me? Words bubble up like soda pop. Oh. Lol. K-pop demon hunters. Oh my god, Suda. Listen, I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna watch it with Shiro, okay? We literally just decided that, like, yesterday, that we're gonna watch it together. Well, okay, hold on. Pause. She watched it and said, I don't mind watching it again. And I was like, bet we're gonna watch it. So, I'm the only one who hasn't seen it. If I'm talking, I'm on my phone with headphones if needed. Currently, you're on my TV, but I'm talking via phone so she could hear you. Gotcha. Okay. You're missing out. Watch party in Discord? I don't have Netflix, so I haven't seen it. I agree, you're missing out. Everybody says that I'm missing out on this movie. I'm gonna watch it. Chill out. Chill out. It's not like I'm saying no. Relax. I'm a professional. Suda, Gio, what's going on, homie? Gio, we're in family-friendly mode right now, all right? The fairy is in the village, so we're in family-friendly mode. I'm a Netflix moocher. I don't know how they haven't turned it off with the address detector thingy. Don't ask. Don't question it. Bing chilling. Also playing old school RuneScape. You are a man after my own heart. I am always a family-friendly person. Why would you ever insinuate otherwise? One word, Gio. Goob smooch. Getting Netflix once our Disney Plus runs out. Honestly, mood. Probably the best play. The best play to do. My mom plays RuneScape. I know. How do you think I met her? Please not Goob Smooch. Goob Smooch is the GOAT. I was just watching with the sounds low until she came out and asked what you were making. Oh, okay. Alicia, you gotta tell her what her name is for me, okay? So that she recognizes that I'm talking to her when I say little one. I bet I can't. It's family friendly. I can't. Can't read that, Gio. Imagine how tired I am. Dude, I love Goob Smooch. It's my favorite Instagram account. Goob Smooch is so good. Alicia, one day when the fairy is like older, she's gonna be like, hey, do you remember that princess wizard? And you're gonna be like, I wonder if he still streams. And then you're gonna be searching for me and be like, hey, do you remember me? My daughter remembers you. And I'm gonna be like, oh my god. What is Goob Smooch? No, Alicia, don't tell her fairy means her. She is little one. She's not fairy. She's little one. Fairy is our code word. Selena, I'm gonna show you Goob Smooch. Don't worry. I got you. Which one do I show? There's so many incredible ones.
We gorging on the chaw tonight or what? You know it, Broham. We gooch you in Minnesota Mickey Mouse on the regular. What the fuck are you...
Ah, not family friendly, not family friendly. Let me send this to Selena. Selena, I sent it on Instagram. Hey, yo, Piggly Wiggle, are we gorging on the chaw tonight or what? Oh, that's such a good one. Mac! Also, chat, remember to like the stream, subscribe, and say hi if you're new here. Sorry, low sound. Right. Piggly Wiggle, we gorging on the chow tonight or what? Oh, I love it. Please always remind me to like. I forget otherwise. I remind all the time. Don't worry. Remember to like. Like now. Hi if you're new here. Oh my goodness. You guys are going to make me not be family friendly. Let's see. 73 of 3, whatever. Where is that? At about 100-ish, Patricia stops doing the supports and actually works on the body. When have you ever been family friendly? Literally right now is the first time in a very long time. So I'm trying my best, okay? This is my youngest and most precious and pure viewer, and we are protecting her with everything in the Dreamscape's power. History being made. With a viewer or with me making a gosh darn robot? Or both? What did I just watch? Cinema. You watched absolute cinema, Selena. Go through the rest of this dude's channel or Instagram. Pure dopamine in 1 minute of uninterrupted brain rot. I've followed, but mostly because my brain is confused. I had been watching Goob Smooch for a while, and then I saw that Geo started watching, and I was like, oh my god, I just gained so much more respect for you. I was so excited to find out that you watched Goob Smooch, Geo. And I was silently in the background cheering. I was like, man of taste. Man of taste. It was the best thing ever when the new Goob Smooch comes out, and I see Geo Swagger has liked this post. I'm like, yes. Yes, this is fantastic. I love when Insta shows me other people who liked a video. Who up smooching they goob. Exactly. Couldn't have said it better myself. It's adorable and you're doing great. Plus the husband just sent his approval. Hello, husband. I'm glad you approve. I hope y'all are okay with the amount of LGBTQ-ness we have here. Otherwise, we're going to have some problems. Because I value them over everybody else. But anyways, chat. I think it's about that time of the night. I think it's about that time of the night where we hit the Coconut Mall on out of here. The Coconut Mall gritty. Get ourselves out of here. Skedaddle along. And as such, I thank you all so much for watching and hanging out. Say goodnight to Patricia. Like the stream, subscribe, all that good stuff. There will be a new short about the robot coming out tomorrow. You all have been fantastic as always. I'm sorry for the amount of math that has to go down during these things, but I know at least Geo would appreciate it. I will send update pics in the Discord when this is done. 8, 9, 10, 11. I'll probably be awake by then. Yeah, I'll send update pics in the Discord when this is done and see how well it fits the screen. Other than that, you've all been incredible as always. And I will see you all next time. Bye!